voice of the voiceless.
National issues that concern Nigeria and also that of Ogun State can be heard on the Periscope. The Periscope on Al-IyamoyeTv and radio with the host Fisayomi Ajibola every weekdays, Mondays to Fridays, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. You won't want to miss it.
The value of your life cannot be measured by any amount of money. Know the value of your life. Examine your heart and your actions. Invest in yourself with things that cannot be taken away from you. Do not allow the world to add a price tag to your life because you have invaluable worth. Don't allow humans to bring you down. These are words of a former American president when he was talking about the values of life. What you want sometimes comes out from your mouth and from your actions. But if you're not careful, what goes in your mouth can devalue you. Good morning once again and welcome to Al-IyamoyeTv and radio. And it is time for Periscope. Why we chose that introduction is because we'll be talking about something that is more or less live. Yes, the first edition of Periscope this week on Monday, the 8th day of the month of May 2023. We will be making a journey to one of Nigerian states where life seems not to worth anything by those who govern them. They say water is life. And if water is life, how well do you treasure water and treasure your life? Well, I love life, and I will always cherish my life, and protect my life. And if we're talking about what is as valuable as life, we'll be talking about water. That's water, and it's valuable. But do you know there are some people who are deprived of water? Access to clean water, sanitation, hygiene, it's a fundamental human right and a critical determinant of what your health, your well-being will look like. But unfortunately, as stated by WaterAid, an international non-governmental organization that focused on water, they said millions of Nigeria do not have clean water or have access to clean water. They said about 12 million people in Nigeria do not have decent toilets, which means that they practice open defecation. They even said that about 167 million people in Nigeria lack access to essential facility like good water. Then if these people cannot enjoy life with water, who is responsible? On Periscope this morning, and you know what Periscope is all about, that's programs that gives you details or educates you, inform you about what is around us. This morning on Periscope, we want to take a journey to a state in Nigeria, and that state is Ogun State. Yes, Ogun State. There is a particular community in Ogun State that lack access to hygienic water. Where is that? That place is called Bamibade community, located around Obafemi Owode local government area of Ogun State. In this village, for over 25 years, the kind of water they drink, this has caused a whole lot of diseases, waterborne diseases, and many more to residents of that area. If you want to drink water, you drink smelling, colored water. And it's been the order of the day in Bamibade community. You know, one of the characteristics of water is that it should be colorless and odorless. But unfortunately, these people in Bamibade community do not have opportunity or have access to this clean water. This community, as bad as it is, even after drinking that water and they fall sick, there is no hospital around that area. Residents of that area have to move like 100 kilometers to access the primary health center. In this Bamibade, I beg your pardon, Bamibade community, people fall sick on several locations, and unfortunately, they resort to using herbs to treat their sicknesses. And there is even the head of the community who knows nothing about medicals, but is the only one that have privilege of going into the city and buy drugs and sell to the community, more like a pharmacist, but in that axis they call him a doctor. This area we're talking about, Bamibade, it's in Obafemi Owode local government in Ogun State. This is among states or among community in Ogun State where the governor of the state has been re-elected for what they call a job well done that requires a repetition. How bad are these citizens or those who, the residents of that community, how bad are they living? You will agree with me that very, very bad. Very, very bad. In one of my conversations with those who live in that houses, they said that they have had several experiences of those who are afflicted with so many different kinds of diseases because of this style of living, where they don't have access to water, they do open defecation. It's been a very difficult life for these people. The man even said that guinea worm is more or less like headache to most of them, because virtually all of them have contacted this waterborne disease. Also in this community, there was this story of a woman pregnant. Due date has arrived and she has to give birth. Unfortunately, the community chief wasn't around. Don't forget, even the community chief is not a doctor. They have to rush the woman to over 100 kilometers to seek for health care. Unfortunately, on getting to that hospital, there was no doctor on duty, but three nurses were those who were posted to that health center. Those three nurses said the woman's complication is beyond them, that they have to refer the woman to the city. The woman was referred to the city and she was moved to the city on a motorbike. But thank God, the woman survived it and even her child. But do you know how many who do not enjoy such grace in that community, who because of not having access to good health have died? Do you know how many who are pregnant, due to give birth, have not been able to get good medical attention because of what the area looks like? Today on Periscope, why we have of utmost interest on this community is because we want to talk about water. I want to talk about healthcare facilities in Ogun State. How accessible are you to clean water in your environment? They even said that the government is fixing one pipe and 1 meter, kind of meter, in some areas of Ogun State. Has it started working? How are you paying? Do you enjoy it every time? Does the service worth the money being paid? It's going to be a conversation of you and I, because we would get your response by you telling me, if you live in Ogun State, where do you live? Do you enjoy clean water? Or is it that whenever it's dry season, that well you have in your neighborhood get dried up? You only scoop the dirty parts out and leave it for hours, if not days, for it to settle down before you can access clean water again. Or I want you to also go to our social media platform and let's get to hear your reaction on what we are discussing this Monday morning on Periscope. We want to look at your area. Where do you live? Do you have clean access to clean water? Somebody even said that it's those who live in the city, in most cases, that have access to these basic things of life, be it good road, clean water, healthcare facilities. But what about those who live in the villages, community, where they don't have access to this? Should we be talking at this 21st century of a village over 25 years have not experienced access to clean water, good health care, where open defecation is the order of the day every time? We are called the giant of Africa, but how tall and huge are we to boast of enjoying basic things of life as giant of Africa? Should we still be discussing at this age about clean water, good health facilities, and good roads? Our leaders, as bad as it is, still uses things, basics like this, to campaign to get the attention of the electorate. So this morning, let's make use of our WhatsApp line and also the video we are watching on Facebook. Let's get to know where you live and if you have clean water. And if you do, how are you getting it? Is water, clean water, a problem in your area? Or do you live like the Bamibade community, where the river they get water from is the same river that they defecate on, the same river they have their baths inside, and the same river that they fetch the water they will take home for drinking and cooking? But if yours is different, if you think the government of Ogun State has done so good to your area in terms of provisions of clean water and good health facilities, speak up. Let's hear you too. Where necessary, we'll give thumb up to the government, and where necessary, we'll call out their attention to what they are doing that they are not doing right, so that we as citizens, especially those who live in Ogun State, would be enjoying the dividends of democracy. So let's get to hear from you. What's your take? And how have you, or how accessible is that clean water in your area? How accessible is good health facilities in your area? Well, we'll go for a break. When we come back, we'll start giving attention to your comments and your reactions to what we are discussing this lovely morning.
have been appointed severally pasture abroad. To those who are in the traveling agency business, it is a rocket science. That is not our case at Tausaf Travels and Tours. We have in-depth details on how to, without stress, help you process and secure your visa to anywhere in the world. Residential visa, visiting and tourism visa, student visa to places like Europe, America, Asia, Africa. It's no big deal to us at Travels and Tour. Our years of experience and volume for us. Let's process and secure visa for you to UK, USA, and Canada within a twinkle of an eye. We offer Hajj to our Muslim faithfuls. What are you waiting for? Consult us at number 9 Tausaf Central Mall, Sholanke Street, behind Roy Hotel. 0802 733 09 or 0806 578 4060. Stop wasting money. Pay for Tausaf Travels and disappointed severally.
Gbogbo aláfẹ́ tó gba iyì tó fẹ́ wọṣọ yìí ṣoge tó pàgbàmù ló ń kọjá lọ sí House of Zayana. House of Zayana, the name I know when we talk of top-notch fashion, quality materials and class. House of Zayana lẹ́tí máa rójúlówó Turkey wears, Egypt and Malaysia clothing, bags lóríṣiríṣi, àwọn ìtẹ̀lẹ̀ bàtà tó iná tí wọ́n fa wọ̀rí kájọ́ tó ń ka wákàtí ọjọ́ designer sunglass pẹ̀lú àwọn gbogbo nǹkan tó bìnrin àsìkò fi ń gbáfẹ́. Mo débẹ̀ ojú mi ń ṣe kámi èmi ni ó rà èmi ni ó mú. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin mùsùlùmí ẹlẹ́sìn tẹ́ gbòógì gbọ́n pa fàlàbíà hijab àbáyà lóríṣiríṣi. Zayana lẹ́ò ti rí gbogbo ẹ̀ rà. House of Zayana wà ní 52 Ọlọ́run ṣògo road adjacent Redeemed Church Agape Park Abẹ́òkúta. Lórí Instagram House of Zayana 08165688618. Àtajà tá a ti ń tojúlówó aṣọ àti nǹkan aṣaralóge yìí.
water you go use. To bá fẹ́ ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ omi ló máa lò. If you want cook soup, now water you go use. Torí bá ń gbóná omi lẹ̀rọ rẹ o. If your head dey hot, now water go cool am. Tọ́mọ bá ń dàgbà omi ló máa lò. If your child dey grow, now water him go use. If water kill your child, now water you go use. Tómi bá pamọ́ ẹ o, omi náà ló máa lò. Kò sóhun tó lè ṣe kó o má lómi o. Nothing without water. Kò sóhun tó lè ṣe kó o má lómi o. Omi yóò lọ́ọ̀ta o. Water, iná gẹ́gẹ́ ni. Omi yóò lọ́ọ̀ta o. Water, iná gẹ́gẹ́ ni. If you fight them unless you wonder. Water, iná gẹ́gẹ́ ni. I say water no get enemy. Water, iná gẹ́gẹ́ ni. If you fight them unless you wonder. Water, iná gẹ́gẹ́ ni. Omi yóò lọ́ọ̀ta o. Water, iná gẹ́gẹ́ ni. And they talk of black man power.
Welcome back to Periscope on Al-IyamoyeTv and radio. Don't forget that as you're seeing us on Facebook, you can as well check us out on YouTube and subscribe for our channel on our YouTube. ID is at Al-Iyamoye/TV radio. And on Facebook, yes, Al-IyamoyeTV and radio. On Twitter, at Iyamoye, and on Instagram, at Al-Iyamoye. On this different social media community, you can get to see us as we come out to disseminate, to educate you, inform you about happenings in our area on daily basis. On this edition of Periscope, we are giving attention to something very basic to human, and that is water. Water. We're talking about a community called Bamigbade. Bamigbade is a community in Obafemi Owode local government. It's not far to a place called Eleruja community. In this place, they are not enjoying the dividends of democracy. They lack clean water, access to clean water. They do not have healthcare facility in that community. Different kind of sickness has been the order of the day in that community. That community is under Ogun State, where its governor has just gotten a re-election. Are you saying the concentration of governors should be to the major cities, leaving the communities alone? And unfortunately, these communities, when it's time for election, they do have wards, polling units in the community. But unfortunately, development never gets to such community. In that community, water, clean water, for over 25 years, they have not had access to clean water. Even they defecate in the open, sometimes in the river. And it's the same river that they will scoop water out to take home to cook and eat. To those who are even blessed enough to have borehole in their area, borehole is a big challenge for them. Getting water after drilling for borehole is pretty hard. To those who even dug a bit, whenever it's dry season, it's a big problem for them to get water, not to talk of getting it clean. So this morning on Periscope, we are looking at it. Should governance remain in the city while those in the community will continue to lack and continue to suffer? Are the people of Bamigbade, Elerujeje, are they enough Eleruje, are they not part of Ogun State, where they have their representative at the House of Assembly, and even at the larger side at the House of Representatives? Is it that there has not been anybody that life has smiled at that have come out of that community, that could go back and look at what those community are facing and say, let me bring a circle, let me put a smile on the faces of those who live in that community? There is no school in that area, and most times residents of that area cannot afford to leave their little children to go to school because they have to trek kilometers before they get to school. So in that area, their children get to grow to a particular age before they can allow to release him or her to others to trek to school and trek back. Even in the hospitals are very close to them. It's over 10 kilometers. And in these hospitals, they have one doctor and 3 nurses who rotate their shifts. None of these nurses are trained government nurses. They were those, probably they have served as cleaner or as attendant in some hospitals in the city, and coming back, they were being engaged to work alongside a doctor in that state-owned hospital in that axis. So, how many Nigerians or how many people in Ogun State are experiencing this same hard situation? Drop your comments under this video. Let's get to hear from you. Where do you live? Within Ogun State, where do you live? Do you have access to good water? And if you do, how often? Do you have access to good healthcare facilities? And if you do, where? We are doing this to have a cumulative voice or a cumulative reaction to know where the government is doing well and where the government needs to do well. Voice. We need to raise our voice so that we will be heard. Don't forget that Al-IyamoyeTv and radio, we are your voice. We are the voice of the voiceless. And that is why we want you to lend your voice to this conversation by going to the video on Facebook and drop your comment about where you live, if you have good access, if you have access to good water, and if you have access to good healthcare facility. Let's get to hear from you. Let's go to the Facebook and let's see what those who have commented have said. Okay, this one is calling from Wally. He said same things applies to another town called Moro after Ojaudon at Yewa. No water, no school. They travel 12 kilometers to Ojaudon to buy water with kegs. Okay, Formula is saying same thing at the village after Sari community in Obafemi with the local government area of Ogun State. They bath in the river, wash clothes, and at the same time drink it. Okay, on my personal page here, somebody said most communities that are not in the city in Ogun State experience that. They are not regarded as those who live in Ogun State. Okay, keep the messages coming in. Let's see what your reactions towards what we are discussing today. A part of the comments talk about some areas where we still have, in this century, where people have to walk kilometers to buy water. Do they have their bath at all? Or will they bath in that dirty water? Can they be boasted of free from diseases with this kind of water? Somebody said, in no time you will be good, you will be comfortable with what is bad when you are always there. Those people are not comfortable with what they are experiencing. And that is why they decided to speak via our platform, where the voiceless is being given opportunity to voice out. The people of Bambade and the Bafemi Owode local government are crying that they do not have access to clean water and they do not have access to healthcare facilities. The comment says, civil some areas, as big as Ojodo is, very close to Ojodo, they said there is even a place where they are experiencing almost the same thing. The other person mentioned another village under Obafemi Owode where also they don't have clean water. Now, is it the fault of the local government here or the state government? Where is the local government located, and what is the accessibility or the proximity of these villages to the local government? Has the local government chairman ever visited places like this so that they can be aware of what is happening there and report it to the state level? Or are you saying these people are not even, they are not appearing in the numbers of people who lives in the states? Don't forget that very soon we might be having the census. With those personnel, those officers who will be conducting the census, would they go to that village and count those who live there? Grievance or anger sometimes make people to react, especially when they see government agencies. Those who you have deployed there to either work in the polling unit or to be working there as personnel for census, or even those who are at the healthcare facility that is very far to them. Are you not endangering the lives of these people when those residents cannot get what is adequate, when they come there and those ones are giving them reasons why they cannot help? When they get attacked, when it's in the city, it's almost order of the day, where families go to hospitals to beat up doctors for not taking care of their family member who was sick. So for how long will the people of Ogun State, for how long will the people who do not live in the city continue to enjoy this? Okay, somebody said, I stay at J122. We do enjoy water during rainy season only, but during dry season, I personally buy sachet water to bath. Oh my gosh. I remember some years back in Ogun State where we are functioning pipe water virtually in every neighborhood. During the days of Olusegun Shoba as governor, there was water around. Even of Gbenga Daniel. Otuba Gbenga Daniel also commissioned several water projects. I would say since the construction started during the tenure of Senator Ibikunle Amosun till date, most cities or most areas in Ogun State have been having a big issue in accessing clean water. It's sad that even a place they call like the Water Corporation in Arakonga in Abeokuta, Ogun State, in that area also they have issues with water. some times ago, I did a report on that Arakonga Water Corporation office, where a whole water corporation run a pipe into the river to pump water and create a kind of sterilizer to sterilize the water before supplying it out. Is it that it's very difficult to have a borehole in that area? Or is it too expensive for government to put such facility, borehole facility, in that area? And if you know the amount of people who lives around that axis, if you want to know, go to a Lega bus stop around 6-7 o'clock and see the amount of people who are ready to take bike into those villages. And these people, whenever it's election time, polling units do always get to them. But what don't get to them is the dividends of democracy. Okay, somebody here is saying, I think it's the fault of the local government, because the question is, has ever the chairman of the local government visited those areas before? We can blame the state government. If they visit there, they will be able to assist the community and take it to the state. This is unbearable. Okay, God bless this our country. Well, heaven bless those who blame themselves. Another comment there. If you say the local government, how much has government empowered the local government chairman that we can execute any well-known projects? At the points in this state, local government chairmen are just figurehead who could not embark on even a 1 million naira project because the money wasn't there. It wasn't coming from the states. At the point in the history of Ogun State. But now, the federal government and other stakeholders have pushed for autonomy of the local government. Let's see how well those local governments who can use the money that came directly to them from the federal government purse. Well, let's continue this conversation on Facebook. Let's get talking about it. Where do you live? Do you have good water? Do you have access to good care facilities? And would you say you are getting dividends of democracy in your area? Today is that of Ogun State. Tomorrow might be your state. Yes, your state. It might be your state. It might be Lagos State. Well, we'll look at another issue plaguing those who do not live in the city in that state. Those who do not live in the city in Ogun State, we have told you, like two in Obafemi with the local government in Ogun State, where clean water is a luxury instead of it to be one basic thing of life. Well, I have to go at this period. Thanks for being part of Periscope today. Tomorrow is another time. We will go politics on Tuesday and look at the political atmosphere of the country. We might be talking about the issue of the evacuees from Sudan. We'll look at what the government has provided for them, what some individuals have given them, and we'll say, ask ourselves, if those that thing that we give it to them is if not for them to start a life. Because there are some of them that don't even have families here in Nigeria again. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching Periscope this morning. Let the conversation continue on Facebook. Let's get to talk about water scarcity or issues of water in these communities that not the city. Mention where you are. Mention how you're getting your water. Mention how accessible is free healthcare to you in where you live. I remain OLUWAFISAYOMI. AJIBOLA. Do enjoy the rest of your day.
ọ̀tá o.